Welcome to day 584 of our Web3 journey. I'm Blippy, and I'm here with Pirate
Pirate
Brian.
Brian.
Remember, these videos are sponsored by NFT Tech, their investor in Desofy. So, Brian, what's going on with Elon Musk and Twitter?
Our Elon Musk has reportedly told his employees that he wants to have a new verification system in place, and he's giving them until November 7th to do it, or he's going to fire them. He reportedly said the verification system would cost $19.99 instead of the $4.99 that Twitter Blue charges people, and it would likely have the same features as Twitter Blue, where the only difference is that you get verified, you get a blue check. And I actually like this idea. I don't think it's a terrible idea in that it's definitely going to weed out spammers, scammers, bots, and I think really importantly, like hate and hate speech. If you have to use your real name and that real name is actually verified by Twitter, you're going to be far, far less likely to post hateful comments about people because you know it's going to come back on you. So I like the idea. I think that charging people $20, I don't know if it's a month or a year or what. I think it's going to get some people angry. And will these posts by people that are verified rank higher? Are they going to build that into some sort of algorithm? I don't know.
So, I think if it's $20 a year, that's good. I think that's good. But if it's $20 a month, that's going to kind of weed out some people who just can't afford it. And I think, it's kind of unfair to a lot of people. People with money are going to be more prominent on Twitter.
Yeah, well, and I want to point out that 1999 was not that set on price. It's a price being discussed, but it's not set in stone.
Like, I think if you have it at $20 a month, it's not really going to do much to solve the issue of bots. If it's cheaper, and the people are paying maybe $2 a month for it, or $4 a month, or whatever, I think the masses will do it. Anybody who's on Twitter and is using a real name would probably feel like, okay, this isn't too much money. Why not do this? And then you can kind of weed out the bots, because anybody who's not paying that small fee, there's a huge likelihood that they could be bots, as opposed to if it's $20 a month, far fewer people are going to do it, and it's going to be harder to separate bots from those who are paying. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And like I was saying, the reason I brought this up is because it does kind of link into Web3 because with the DeSo blockchain, if you're familiar with DeSo blockchain, which is decentralized social, uh, they have a plan to use something called associations. And Nader Al-Naji, the founder of DeSo, actually replied to a post by Vishal Gulia on the DeSo blockchain, who asked what his thoughts were about the new $20 a month verification fee. And Nader said, quote, with associations which are currently being implemented, anyone can create their own criteria and badges in a permissionless fashion. So you don't have to wait for Elon to buy Twitter to get an improvement like this, and you can have diversity in check marks. Uh, I I like the idea of association. So the association would work by basically allowing anybody. So if we have a huge account on DISO, which we do, we have 20,000 some followers, we could say, hey, I'm going to start verifying people. Maybe we want to charge, maybe we don't, but you would get our badge showing that we verified you. So instead of a centralized verification authority like Twitter, you'd have sub like nodes that can verify people individually, and you can collect different badges. The more badges you have from more influential people, obviously you're more legit.
Yeah, and I think it can work. Whether or not, it's a solution and Elon Musk's plan isn't going to work, I don't know about that. But I think I like associations. I think it takes things a step further. I guess there could be an issue where there's like thousands of people verifying people and giving out badges, and then that individual apps have to decide which verification badges they want to show on their apps. I guess you could run into issues with that, but in the end, I think they'll weed themselves out. The more consistent verifiers will be viewed as being more consistent and more trusted. Hopefully, this comes soon. I'm looking forward to it. It's something I've been looking forward to for probably over a year now, so I'm excited about it.
Yeah. So what else did Natter say from DISO?
Yeah, so Nader, he responded basically to the whole everything that's going on with Elon Musk and Twitter. He basically said that he believes Elon will make Twitter more of a free speech app, but he said it won't natively incorporate blockchain for money related use cases, and he won't open the Twitter fire hose for other clients to build off of in a permissionless fashion like DeSo does. He said there may be a superficial integration with Doge, but he doesn't think it's going to be more novel or speculative based use cases like NFTs, like creator coins, and like DAOs. So it won't really do much in regards to that as far as what Elon Musk is doing. He said that DeSo's value propositions of open content and novel monetization are unaffected by what Elon's doing and as valuable as ever. So he doesn't view this as hurting DeSo as far as this, the monetization methods. I guess he sees it as, taking some of the excitement away from DeSo's free speech props. I think free speech, Elon Musk is definitely going to allow for more free speech. So maybe as many people don't come over to DSO because they're looking for free speech. Although I think the value prop is still there because there's more benefits for DSO when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's funny because speaking about like free speech and censorship, like Elon's all about like no censorship. And yesterday he actually censored himself by removing a tweet he made, which was kind of conspiratorial in nature and political a little bit. But I just found that kind of interesting.
Well, I mean, removing your own posts isn't really censorship, right? It's just
Yeah,
deleting.
no, he's censoring himself, I guess, which I guess we all should have the ability to do, right?
I mean, that's part of free speech, I think, right?
Yeah. So moving on, the social world, they have added blogging to their website, their node, their platform. You can now read and write blog posts on the social world. They thanked Zordan. They used Zordan and Diamond's open source code to add the feature, and just another feature built onto the social world on the DSO blockchain.
Yeah, I love it. Ado, he keeps integrating, he keeps, adding new features to Desocial World. And I love how Zordon and Diamond are helping him out. And Desofy, they have a new update that has been released. So you should now be able to update your app if you have Desofy or download the new Desofy app. It's version 1.0.15. And this is currently available on both iOS and Android. So but no matter what smartphone you have, pretty much. Included in the update are one, performance improvements. Navigating through posts and profiles should be a lot faster now, according to Desofy. Number two, login with MetaMask is now supported. I think that's huge. Number three, messages version 3 is working on Desofy. If you're using Deso identity login, you should log out and then log in again to get the new messages working. So definitely do that if you're not noticing any changes with your messages. Number 4, you can now share posts with friends in messages, which is another really interesting feature, I think. And number 5, many bugs that have been reported by you in the community have now been fixed.
Yeah, if you haven't downloaded Desofy, definitely check it out. A great mobile app for the Deso blockchain. But Mr. Preep unveiled something as well. It's called shot dot with deso.com. And basically what it does is it allows you to take any deso posts and create this really amazing, beautiful looking, customizable deso post image. So it creates a snapshot image that you can then share on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Great way to both help promote deso, but also repurpose your deso posts.
Yeah, I love it. Love what he's doing with that. And Clout Rocks tomorrow, November 1st. Clout Rocks by James Barrett and Ben McConnell are going to unleash the Brutes NFT series. That's tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly what time. They're going to be using Nathan Wales' Mint Machine to do so. And we talked about this, I guess, last week or the week before. They're going to have 29 quadrillion plus possible generative outcomes. So when you create that generative NFT using Mint Machine, 29 quadrillion different results you could get. I'm getting excited about it. Tomorrow, check it out.
Yeah, I love this idea. Um, I hope that you get a really good one of the 29 quadrillion possibilities when you mint.
Exactly. So we talked a bit about NFTs, 3D virtual art galleries over the last several days, and how you can now place your 3D NFTs into these art galleries, which can be viewed on mobile, desktop, or VR headsets. They're 3D, like virtual worlds. But now you can have both 2D and 3D NFTs in these virtual worlds. So a couple of days ago, we also talked about Reinelf's gallery because it featured a 3D NFT of Michael Myers. It's an NFT that was created by Ooh La La. Oh La La. Oh La La has decided to create even more scary 3D NFTs that can fit into your 3D galleries on NFTZ. They include Pinhead, Ghostface, and Freddy, among others that he already had created. The minimum bid is only 1 DSO, so check these out at olala.nftz.me, and you can add a really scary creature into your 3D gallery.
Yeah, I love these. Olala did a great job designing these in 3D, of course, so you can get a full 360-degree view of these NFTs, especially in these VR galleries. If you haven't tried a VR headset with the NFTZ galleries, definitely try and get your hands on one and try it out. It really changes things. Like you can actually view these immersive NFTs in an environment that you feel like you're within.
Exactly. And another Agent X 3D NFT is being minted or has been minted by NFT Van Halen. These also work awesome in your NFT galleries on NFTZ. There's a live timed auction for it going on. It's going to end at 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Currently, the high bid is 10 DSO by Meta Philosopher. So follow this auction if you haven't already. Check it out. If you want to bid, feel free to bid, but make sure you do it by 8 p.m. Eastern time today.
Yeah, and these are going to show in your NFT galleries on NFTZ too, in the VR, in the 3D realm. So definitely, if you want a cool NFT, it's definitely one of them. But moving on, Cyberpunk Apes number 30. It's going to be a one of one. It's going to be given away at 5 p.m. GMT, which is about 1 p.m., not about, but it is 1 p.m. Eastern time today. You get one entry for every Cyberpunk Apes NFT that you currently hold. Plus, you get an additional slot for simply following the Cyberpunk Apes account on DSO. You're going to need at least 0.15 DSO in your wallet to qualify. This is in order to weed out some of the bots.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. And DSO OG Sacred Skulls has transferred the final 111 NFTs from Sacred Skulls to the SSSS DAO, which is basically the Sacred Skulls DAO. And this week they're going to begin the formation of that DAO, along with having voting on proposals submitted by their chamber of 33 Genesis members. They're also going to be shutting down their Discord server and starting a private Telegram group that's going to be for members only. They will also have a bunch of airdrops and giveaways coming on Twitter and Instagram, so be sure to follow them over there, and maybe you can get some really cool Sacred Skulls.
Definitely love these.
And as many of you know, nftz.me is the only place where you can view and post, or I guess I should say mint, timed DSO NFT auctions. Just go to nftz.me/auctions and you do it there. And you can also see all the auctions ending soon. I'm just going to highlight a few that are ending in the next 24 hours. Studio Richard is auctioning off a really freaky looking NFT by NE Nasty called Freak Show. It's a generative NFT by Dali. Ends at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Definitely check that one out. IRM also has an amazing animated NFT of a butterfly over a woman's face. Kind of hard to explain, but check that one out as well. It's a must-see. Ending at 2 p.m. Eastern time as well. Has no minimum bid. So you could probably get it pretty affordable unless you get in a bidding war with somebody. There's a Halloween-themed Bulby. Bulby's that new collection that's on DSO. That's up for auction and ends at 6 p.m. Eastern time. There's a Mer Monster ending at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And, of course, the Agent X Devil NFT ends at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And there's a Rowdy Reptilian Season 2.5 #1 that ends at 1 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning. If you haven't seen these season 2.5 NFTs by Illuminati, definitely check them out. They're very different. They're animated. They're just they're like 8-bit graphics. You'll see, but very cool.
Yeah. So I want to quickly get to the top NFT bidders over the last 24 hours. According to NFTZ, these people bid on the most NFTs on Deso blockchain in the last day. Crazy Collector, NFT Sopal 3, OTZ Gallery, Apertures, Mr. Music, Daryl Gold, Meta Philosopher, Bubba Fett, Dead Metal, and Dr. Rob. And the top diamond creators over the last 24 hours, according to our friends at Altumbase, these people received the most diamonds or tips on their posts and replies on the DeSo blockchain. BK Power 8, followed by Haki, Stargazer, Sean Slater, Panini, Striga, ECOE, Vampire Campfire, and Rihan Ri.
And today's events, thanks once again to Miss Katie Ann for providing the list. At 9 a.m. Eastern Time is Build the Future Global Web3 Hackathon on Entra, and kick off costume party with Michael Mara. So check that out. At 11 a.m. Eastern Time is PBMC presents Music Monday Halloween. There's going to be DJ Rhubarb there, Dr. Rob. This is on Clubhouse. There's going to be a ton of other people there. There's going to be a Deso Dollar and an NFT giveaway with Clay Oglesby, Zopal, Spunk Art, William Laurent, and many, many others. So definitely check that out. At 1 p.m. Eastern Time is Projects and Teams Crypto Winter 2022 Hackathon with Deso Labs, Conchi, Slava, Zian Mead, Sean Slater, Ron Deere, Masha Lin. That's on Clubhouse, so stick around for that if you're on Clubhouse. At around then, 2 p.m. Eastern Time is Instant Networking on Vibe Hut with Juan Delinsky. 3 p.m. Eastern Time is You Don't Know Clout Jacks, a Deso Halloween trivia party with Brian Drever, Jody Bossert, Mr. Triplet on Entra. At 5 p.m. Eastern Time is Crypto Happy Hour Halloween edition with Shane Rayner on Vibe Hut. And at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is Investor Office Hours with angel investor Steve Walsh and Scott Kallick with Michael Mara on Entra. And everybody have a great, happy Halloween. Hopefully you get to go trick-or-treating, get lots of candy, and we'll see it. We'll talk to everyone tomorrow.